Hi, y'all. Southern Red here. How y'all doing? Hey, Anthony. Hey, Kenneth. Thank you for coming in. I was late. Sorry. I was changing. Hey, Lori. Y'all, I'm going to play you something I play for the kids in church down in Georgia. You recognize that one? Sorry, my tea was going. My tea is done. I'll be right back. You guys, I edited a video thanks to Lisa of Outdoor Dash Travels. She's doing a class. Well, she taught us at the Glow meetup in July in California. And then she's doing an online class. And it's every Wednesday. And so I edited a video. That's why I was late. So Mondays ended up being my YouTube work day. And I work on YouTube a lot all the time during the week too. But last week I posted, what did I post last week? The jump rope video. And then it's like, I get this idea, you guys, and it must be, I don't know. It must be coming from above, because I'll say, hey, I think I'll video this and put it on YouTube, and then it blows up. For me, 1,000, 500 to 1,000 views is really good. So, and that's what it does. And so, but yeah, today we're going to talk about love. So, yeah. So, and not just, romantic love. Maybe we'll talk about that. I'm taking a break right now from dating because, as my friend Renee said, I have a broken picker. And I seem to be connecting with the wrong sort. I don't know, not the right sort for me. So, but anyways, I got into the discussion about conditional and unconditional love. And if and I'm working on, I'm going to say a poem for you, because that's what it's about. It's called that 4-letter word. I'm working on, let me see something. I'm working on memorizing it, but I don't have it completely memorized yet. So I am going to read it off my website. Oh, and you know what? Hey, since I had unjoined StreamYard and rejoined StreamYard, I didn't have the banner, but I'm going to put my website on the banner. There. Let me see if I did it right. So how is everybody today? Let me see. How does that look? Oh, there you go. Oh, I thought that was going to make a banner. It didn't make a banner, but it made that. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Dan. Hey, Arnie. Sorry, I miss people coming in. Yes, that's true. We all have our own baggage, and some have more in their bags than others. But well, my thing is like, you know, my ex would admit that he had baggage, but was he working on it? No. I would get him to go to the counselor, but that would be so he could complain about me and say how I was I was the problem. I was totally the problem. Here is my tea. I got my cinnamon tea again. Oh, Kenneth is going to Salem, Mass. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to say my poem. I'm sorry for that delay. I put my website on the banner thing. Okay, here goes. That 4-letter word. It's never in vain. It all matters, no matter how small an act. A kind word, a smile, a hug, a cup of cold water. I have it in a photograph, a letter, a scrap of paper, a meal, a memory, a bowl of chili, chicken salad, peach ice cream, and red velvet cupcakes, chocolate and roses. It speaks your language. It's a gift, a movie, a lightsaber, a new hope. It's a verb, it's a noun, it's an adjective, it's profound. It's encouragement and motivation. It's harder than you thought, yet it makes everything easier. Like E.T., it phones home. It's more wonderful than you knew and worth everything you put in. It hangs on. It never quits, even if you let go of it. It can hurt sometimes. It can't stay mad. It works and tries. It bleeds and cries and doesn't lie. It apologizes, gives and forgives. It's the only thing we take with us when we die, yet it makes us feel alive. It always hopes, believes, trusts. It never fails, and even if you're away a while, it waits for you to come home. Hello, Richard. So that's my 4-letter word poem, and it is on my website. It's going to be my next book. So, oh no, Arnie. Oh, that's the kitty cat. Oh, yeah. When we had 13 cats in Georgia, Southern Red had. Um, we had a cat named, his name was Jehoshaphat, but we just called him Josh. I still have my cough. And he got a lump on his side. Yeah. And so we will pray for Mia. Pray for Arnie's kitty cat. Okay, everybody? Yeah, that's what we do here. We pray. So it was kind of cool. On Tuesday, I went for the first time to kickboxing. Yeah, that was the first time I went last Tuesday. And then like it's really cold now. It got cold, but last Tuesday, oh, and I need to go and check and see who's winning the contest, you guys, the Switchfoot and Need to Breathe contest. Dan, did you vote? So yeah, it's 38 now, 38 degrees. There was a chance of snow last night. Morris. I remember Morris the cat. I had a t-shirt and I had a towel too. We got it from the cat food company. 9 Lives, Morris the cat. I remember that. So I went to kickboxing on Tuesday, and then I went to the pool, and I met these two nice ladies, Karina and Chris. And they were so nice, and we were just they were just relaxing there. We were in the pool, actually. There's a shallow part of the pool, and they have these chairs you can put in the pool, and so you can sit right there in the pool. And I said my the storm poem, my favorite poem, for them, and they were just really. Chris started crying, and Karina said, like, I know I didn't cry, but I like. And then Chris called her mom and had me say the poem for her mom. So it was really sweet, and it was really encouraging for me. And it was so funny too, because the lady here in the office, Carolyn, told me that the lady that moved out of my apartment moved into another apartment. Well, I just met her. Karina used to live in my apartment. So that was kind of cool. Yes, I love cats, and it really got. I love dogs too, and when I moved out of the big house, my the 13 cats had dwindled down to one cat, and he was very ill. His name was Poe, and he got feline leukemia from one of our feral cats. And so he was passing away. And the other cats, some of them ran off because they didn't like my son's pit bull, Layla, because she would chase them up trees, and they knew they could not let her catch. Layla caught the feral cat that got Poe sick. And yeah, it wasn't a good thing. That feral cat died because Layla got him. And so my cat, Yoda, he was a beautiful tortoiseshell tabby cat. He just wanted to live with the neighbors. He's like, I've had it like a couple times. Like the first time she called me, she said, I think, I'm about to take this cat to the rescue place, but I think this might be one of your cats. So I went up there, got him, brought him back. Layla chased him again, and he left. And then, like, she called again. And it's like the third time she called, I was just like, well, do you want to keep, they gave him a different name too. I forget what they named him. I went to see him one time on May the 4th. May the Force be with you. Because we had cats that were Star Wars cats. We had Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. Of course, they didn't get along. Yoda. And then the funny thing about Poe is we named him before the last movies came out. We named him after the Kung Fu Panda. And then, because he's black and white, really sweet cat, like a dog. I had two cats that were like a dog, and that was Poe, and that was Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan used to chase his tail. And he was just, I don't know, he was just like a dog. He was so friendly, and yeah. And and you know what he did too? He chased Darth Vader away, like he, because Obi-Wan was the alpha cat. And then when we got Poe after Obi-Wan, he wanted to be the alpha cat, really. And then Obi-Wan died. And I don't know why Obi-Wan died, but Obi-Wan chased off Darth Vader. Yo, I'm supposed to be talking about love. You got me talking about cats. I'm going to read you something in a minute. But anyways, Obi-Wan chased off Darth Vader. And Poe came somewhere around there, and Obi-Wan died mysteriously, and I always was like, Poe, I know you did that, because Poe wanted to be the alpha cat, and Poe wouldn't let Layla run him off. But I'll tell you a funny story. So we had a basement in my ex's house. Now it's 3 stories and 3,400 square feet, and it's got a basement. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, my granddogs would be over. Before I had a grandbaby. Now I have a grandbaby. I'm hoping to go see next month. But I got to get my plane ticket. So I had granddogs. So my daughter had a golden retriever, and he was just so sweet. And he would just, he would just want to play with the cats. But my son's pit bull, Layla, my other granddog, she would go after. They were really scared of her. And then I found out when she did get, you know what I named the feral cat? Will Ferrell. Get it? But when he got Will Ferrell, I realized that was true. So it's feeding the cats in the basement. Poe hears a dog come down the stairs. He doesn't know which dog it is, if it's Layla that's going to eat him, or if it's, Jude was my daughter's dog that was nice. And when he hears and thinks it's Layla, it was funny, because when he would see Jude, he would be just like, don't run, it's okay, he's not going to do anything. He's a big, sweet teddy bear dog. But when Layla's coming down the stairs, guess where? Like, Poe has nowhere to go. He's in the basement. There's a refrigerator. You know how high refrigerators are. Poe jumped on top of the refrigerator. He's like, I'm not messing with that dog. But yeah, and Morris the cat. Do you remember Morris the cat, Richard, on the commercials? Oh, this reminds me of my friend Patrick at Have Cheetah Will View, his cat, it's not, the cat's name is not Cheetah. I forget what the cat's name is. But yeah, when I did my love poem, it's funny that we're talking about cats, because he said, oh, that 4-letter word is cats. So that's funny, we're talking about cats. Yes, orange and striped. We had one named Samson. Samson. Our cat Samson was an orange ginger cat. And I got a little cat in my car, a little stuffed cat in my car. That's a ginger cat that I named Ginger. But anyways. So anyways, what I said in my description was that my daughter's friend was saying that unconditional love is not available to parents. We have to earn, unconditional love is not available. You have to earn it. And I just disagree with that. And even like he was saying, parents to kids. And it's like, can you imagine a baby being born and you're like, nope, not going to love you, not going to feed you, not going to take care of you until you earn my love. And I just thought that was so silly. But, young people. So Avatar 2 comes out in December. You haven't been to a movie in 4 years? Wow. Since 2018? I remember not going for a long time. And then I think the first movie I saw after COVID was Black Widow. And Gladys and I went to see it when we were in Palm Desert. But so like I'm in this classes with the Crappy Childhood Fairy. And speaking of going back to the romantic love, she has a dating class, which I'm taking. So, and I found the Crappy Childhood Fairy very helpful. And I realized that a lot of my problems sometimes in relating to people and reacting too badly or maybe overreacting to things is my childhood trauma and CPTSD and being dysregulated. And so like I didn't know what it was. I was like, I feel like in school I almost had like ADHD. I don't think I do though. I don't think I do. Lisa A. Romano does. Crappy Childhood Fairy talks about it. She did some videos recently talking a little bit about it. I'll put the link. It's in my featured channels, Crappy Childhood Fairy. But yeah. But go to it later if you can, because it will. Oh, wait, no. If I just put the link to the channel, I'll take you away. It will open up another window. Yeah, there you go. Does anybody want to come up here with me? You have to talk about love. That's the rule. So did everybody vote? I'm going to go over there and peek. I'm going to go. Last time I looked, it was 100% for Switchfoot. They are more well known, but some people are not into like the rock. It's still 100% Switchfoot. Who has voted? Who has not voted? Go to my community tab, vote for Switchfoot or Need to Breathe, and don't forget to vote for real on November 8th. So I don't even have my YouTube open yet. I mean, I do have it open to look at my community tab, but there are some of my poem came from the Bible. And I was going to read that to you. Oh, it's my favorite number too. 1 Corinthians 13. New King James Version. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become sounding brass or a clanging cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails, but whether there are prophecies, they will fail. Whether there are tongues, they will cease. Whether there is knowledge, it will vanish away. For we know in part and we prophesy in part, but when that which is perfect has come, then that which is in part will be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know just as I also am known. And now abide faith, hope, love, these three, but the greatest of these is love. Thanks for voting. There's another good channel about narcissists, Lisa A. Romano and Dr. Brahmani, Lori. And they're on my community. They're on my featured channels, I think. Yeah, they're both on my featured channels. Got 7 watching. Thank you all for coming in. And so you've heard those verses before. Everybody's heard those verses before, right? That's all. It's a tall order. So Joyce Meyer, she spoke a lot about it a lot at the conference about love, because, she just really thinks it's important that we're nice and kind to each other, and that's what I wanted to talk about too. And, and it's not just for, not just romantic love. I mean, we should be kind to everybody, and it just make the world such a better place. And Joyce Meyer is 79, and she got a tattoo. It says love on her ankle, and her husband got one with her. He got an American flag. And she said the tattoo artist said they were the oldest people he's ever tattooed. So she has a love. She said she wrote a book called Love Revolution some years ago. I don't know when it was, but it was some years ago. And it didn't sell well. She's like, this is my worst selling book. She's wrote like over 100 books, like I think 150 or something like that. And but now she has a new book. What's it called? I'm trying to think. I try to listen to Joyce Meyer every day. It just kind of keeps me grounded. Loving those who are hard to love, I think, is what the book is called. The new book is called. But every day, she puts out videos every day, several videos every day. And some of them are things I've heard her teach on before, but here is Joyce Meyer's site, YouTube. I want to see if I got that name of that book right. I think it's Loving People Who Are Hard to Love. Let me see. Loving People Who Are Hard to Love. That's it. Difficult people. So did anybody want to come up? I'm going to drop the link in case anybody wants to come up. So, Campgoer 1 says the snowman's headed this way. And I'm like, bring it. I can't wait. Do you want to build a snowman? So, I used to have a lot more blog posts. There's lots of things going on with Red, so let me give y'all an update. I told you about kickboxing, taking kickboxing. I'm probably going to try. Hey, there's John Chalker. Hi, John. We're talking about love. Oh, and you know what I forgot to tell you? I was supposed to make notes, but I was busy making videos all day. And they did have a Zoom thing on Crappy Childhood Fairy that I joined. I see you down there, John. I'm going to let you up in a minute. First, I want to tell you about, there's 3 words in the Greek. And now Joyce Meyer just told me that there's a 4th word, and I can't remember it. This is my my wig I wear to be Southern Red, Pamela. Hi, Pamela. How y'all doing? So first let me go back to don't I seem kind of ADHD? I'm sorry, y'all. The 3 words for love. There's Phileo, like Philadelphia, for friendship love. That's how I love all y'all. And then there's Eros, which is sexual love. And then there's agape, which is God's love for us, which is unconditional. And he loves us so much. And he forgives us and all that.
Hello.
Hi, Ron. How's it going?
What's going on, my friend? And you're right about that. There's the agape love is the unconditional love.
Yeah, God's love. That's what we're supposed to aim for. But really, nobody
A lot
loves
of people are just
trying.
They're trying to do it half-assed. It's not being done full the way it's supposed to be. If you say, I'm going to do it the way God say do it, it has to be love thy neighbor as they love thyself.
Yeah, love thy neighbor. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna comment on that post on. There was a nice post on. I was gonna talk about that too tonight. I'm glad you said, since the Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. Well, that should be
obvious. You don't want someone else to go smashing you around. You don't go smashing them around.
You're supposed to love yourself, though. That's what I had a problem with for years, is not loving for myself and not caring for myself enough to recognize abuse and not allow it to happen to me. Oh yeah, I got my purple. See, I got my purple on my feather earrings. My switchfoot. My switchfoot shirt was purple, but since I'm being Southern Red has the Need to Breathe shirt on. Did you see my Southern Red? And you've seen some of my Southern Red videos from before. Like I feed my enemies. So, for those of you new to my channel, I am a little bipolar. I'm from California, but I raised my kids for 32 years in Georgia. So, I made up these two characters. Southern Red says y'all. I always say y'all anyways, because I was in Georgia too long. I accidentally said y'all on my Cali Red video. Oops. But I always say y'all. But anyway, so Southern Red is the Southern version of me. And then Cali Red is the Western California Red.
We got multiple personalities.
Yeah. Cali Red's cool. Cali Red's a badass. Cali Red got the switchfoot tats. Oh, you going to bed? Okay. Oh, we did that. We did a Zoom memorial for my sister-in-law. Wow, you're gonna do it already tonight. Wow. I'm so sorry for your loss, Stan. Have a good night. God bless.
Our condolences onto your family's loss.
Yeah. And so I edited a video today, John. I edited a video. I learned how to edit from Lisa of Outdoor Dash Travels. I'll drop her link. Let's see. I will drop her link. So that's Lisa's channel, Outdoor Dash Travels. So I did a video when I was checking my blood sugar. And so my sister-in-law, I still have my nails pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. My eyeshadow's pink too. And then I got the purple earrings for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. They're purple.
You ever notice they do a lot? They do a lot of different colors for different things. You got the pink for breast cancer awareness, okay, and everybody puts up those pink bows. You ever see those? Our town does it like this. Down on our green, okay, we have what's called a big clock. They put up these pink bows around this clock every year for that. Then they turn around and they dress up the town hall with a whole bunch of flags. And then they turn around and they have a whole month full of different ethnic things going on. And then at the end of it, they have a big giant where you can go inside of the town hall, and you can turn around and they have a big bazaar type of thing. Interesting. All right, what candle did you light?
It's cinnamon. And this one says home. I got this I got this one. It smells good. I'm not sure what it's supposed to smell like, but it smells good.
Have you tried any pumpkin spice coffee yet?
Oh yeah, I got a ton of pumpkin spice coffee.
Yeah, I got mine from Stop and Shop. I got it on sale. My buddy gave me 10% off of it. Let me use his in-store discount.
That's nice.
Yeah, he does that a lot for me because he says, "Oh, John, you're always good to us around here. Public safety, you know." I walk into the store, they know who I am.
Uh-huh.
One
And
time,
Lori, suicide
the
awareness, teal, green, and purple, and that's what I had
yeah,
my nails last month,
yeah.
September.
Every month is like they do a different color.
Yeah,
Now,
but see, I was
Halloween is
confused, like,
orange and black.
huh?
Halloween is orange and black, basically.
Yeah, but for this month, I just realized because I saw some of it on Instagram, is that it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month too, purple, and
Yes, it is.
that's an important thing also, very
Yes, it
important.
is.
And okay. Oh, okay. Is that the filial love, or is that a romantic love? Then, Lori. Okay. Good night, Lori. We'll pray for you. We won't be nosy. Good night, Lori. Okay, and so I'm starting to interview different people on my channel too, and so next, you guys, November 7th. Oh, that will be the day before you guys vote. So November 7th, I'm going to have Claudia from Her Soul Vacation on. Yeah, I need to make the thumbnail for that. I should have Lisa on sometime. I might ask Carol, but I'll drop this link. Claudia from Her Soul Vacation. She's really nice. It's a good channel too. So she's going to be on Fred's channel on November 7th. And you guys, what should we do on Halloween? My live falls on Halloween next Monday night, John.
Oh, yeah.
Party? Should we have a costume party?
Well, it is considered All Saints Day. So if they want, they can dress up as a Bible character.
Oh no, you don't have to dress as
please,
a Bible.
nobody dress up as Mother Teresa, please.
You don't have to dress as a Bible character though. But yeah, we should recognize All Saints Day. That's the first. Yeah.
And also, there's another thing, sis. We need to understand that you have Thanksgiving coming up too next month. So everything is going in line right now. So what are you planning to do for the holidays?
I'm excited because I'm going to see my new grandbaby next month.
Oh, congratulations, Grandma.
Yep. Her name is Freya. She has red hair. She was born in April.
You know what Freya means, right?
What does Freya mean?
The goddess of war.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'll ask my daughter about that. I put, I don't share too many pictures. I don't want to until I ask my daughter.
You have permission from your son and granddaughter. Your
But
daughter-in-law. Oh,
that's my daughter and my grandbaby.
oh, cool.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna get. I was gonna drive there in September because I was going to Joyce Meyer in St. Louis, and it's halfway there. But they had a problem with their house. They just bought a house in the Philly area, and they had a plumbing problem, so they had to, get that fixed, and then they tore up the floors, and so they just got in the house this month. So
Tell them if they bought that house and they found out that it was thing, they could actually get some of their money back.
Well, I think I didn't ask her about it because I'm just trying to be see, before like my divorce, one of my problems was I was so codependent, and like my kids, even my husband, even church too much. It was all my life, I was totally consumed, especially my kids. And so like now I'm trying to be more, not to pry, not to, you know telling them what to do or anything,
You
or
can
you know
suggest.
what I mean. I don't think they had. She didn't say anything about it, so I'm thinking that what happened was they did the inspection. You know how they have to do an inspection when you buy a house, and
Mhm.
that they probably took off for that issue. I hope so. But anyways, I don't. Um, like I said, that's why I don't share a bunch of pictures on my Instagram or Facebook of her, because I don't want to be that overly clingy, annoying, butting in, mother-in-law, grandma type. John.
I
You know what
understand.
I'm
I
talking about.
understand how it is.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You want to
Since
butt into my house, you can anytime you want. Come on over. Come stay a while. Stay for a decade if you want. No problem.
okay, Pamela's talking about buying her house. When we bought our first house, the furnace had a hole in the firewall, and they had to pay
Oh,
the 500 to fix it. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I don't know. Um, I had when this happened, I had still I had just gotten the money from my dad, so I did ask her about if she needed it, but I didn't. I didn't help her out with it at all yet. So, but I don't know. But I've been sending Freya lots of stuff. Oh, way back in '72. It probably costs more now.
yep.
Goodness.
And those old furnaces, they were made out of pig iron back then.
Pig iron.
Yes, it's a
Ooh.
very tough iron. What happened was a long time ago, there was smelting companies that would make iron for shipping, for making anything that was going to take heat, basically. This iron was designed so that it can take a lot of heat and a lot of abuse. But as the years would go on, that pig iron would literally lose its luster after a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see a lot of these older furnaces now are burning holes in the side of there, because that pig iron is actually melting away over the years of being heated and cooled, heated and cooled, heated and cooled.
I see. Okay,
Hmm.
let's go back to my subject. I think I even okay, I got some more verses to read to you. I think I even like these verses in First John. You know these ones, John. Speaking of John, yeah, we have John up here. So I'm going to read in 1 John. I think I even like these verses better than the ones. I mean, I like 1 Corinthians 13. I don't know. It's a toss up. I like both of them, but I like what it says here, what the Bible teaches here about fear. I lost my place. Okay, there it is. I found it.
Breathe, take it slow. You got this.
This is in 1 John 4. There's 4 books of John, actually. There's John, the Gospel of John, and then there's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. They're at the end of the Bible, right before Revelation. But it says, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. He who does not love does not know God, for God is love. In this, the love of God was manifested towards us, that God has sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him. In this is love, not that we loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation for our sins." Did I say that right? Propitiation. "Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has seen God at any time. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love has been perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him and he in us, because he has given us of his Spirit. And we have seen and testify that the Father has sent the Son as Savior of the world. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, God abides in him and he in God. And we have known and believed the love that God has for us. God is love, and he who abides in love abides in God, and God in him." Now listen to this part. "Love has been perfected among us in this, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as he is, so are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, because fear involves torment. But he who fears has not been made perfect in love. We love him because he first loved us." But isn't that interesting that he says perfect love casts out fear?
That's true.
Because a lot of times, like all these problems, the are caused by fear. You know, people have prejudices and stuff. They think people of another nationality or race are going to hurt them. That's fear, you know. And if we have love for one another, we shouldn't.
Shouldn't be afraid at all.
Yeah, and we should, you know, trust. There's no fear in love. If you love God and you have trust for him, that he's gonna.
It's just like when somebody says they found their soulmate. Get it?
I don't. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, God's my soulmate. There you go, John.
Amen. But there are some people who think that some dude or some girl is their soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the only person that can be your soulmate is the boss himself, because he's omnipresent and he knows what's going on at all times.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds right. I don't believe in the concept of a soulmate. I don't know.
Well, some people believe in these concepts.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to watch these concepts, because some of these concepts can be fraudulent.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it says in the Bible that it makes some of our traditions make God's word of non-effect. Some of our traditions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it depends on if it's a good tradition or a bad tradition.
Mm-hmm.
A bad tradition could actually make God's word no effect.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, and like some of the things the church teaches that I didn't agree with, like in the Southern Baptist Church, and you know, especially in the South, is, you know, that you have to be a certain political party if you're a Christian. You know, my mom didn't believe that you have that they're just, and it's just like too negative. I just don't.
I'm going to tell you a little something you need to know. God is not political, people try to
Yeah,
say. But he's
exactly.
actually the grand politician. When he was down here, he hung out with the Sadducees and the Pharisees. And those
Yeah,
guys were the local politicians. He sat
yeah,
and he ate with those guys.
yeah.
He dined
He
with
hung out
them.
with everybody though, and
And he even dined with the tax collector, with the IRS.
hi
You know how we have the
Lindy.
normal IRS? He sat with the IRS of that time, the tax collectors. He ate with the tax collectors even. So that means he wasn't biased. You wanted to invite him for a meal. He said, sure, I'll be there. Him and the 12 homeboys would go there and sit there and they would talk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He even sat and ate with kings.
Yeah, he sat and ate with everybody.
That's right.
John, my friend Lindy came in. Lindy, I'd love to interview you sometime if you want to be on my show. I'm like yelling, like I'm yelling down. I'm yelling down to the chat. I don't know why I'm yelling. I need to stop
We're
yelling.
cool.
Lindy,
Breathe.
I'm going to interview Claudia of Her Soul Vacation on the 7th. Like after that, I'd love to interview you, Lindy. Do you want to be on Red's Live? I ended up asking people on lives if they'll be on, because I went to Claudia's live and I was like, I was gonna email her and I haven't gotten around to it yet. And I was at her live and I was like, hey Claudia, do you want to come on my live? And she said yes. She said yes. She's like, wait, let me write it down. She's from Chile. She has that lovely accent. You know that channel, John? Her Soul Vacation. If you
I've
guys don't
heard
know
of
that
it.
channel, check it out.
You know me, I always check out new channels.
Do I still have
You
you as a?
know our buddy Ford man, he's away right now.
Yeah, I know. He's on his cruise.
No, he's not on the cruise no more. They're in
Joyce,
Disney World right now.
I thought the cruise didn't end until Sunday. Yeah, I still have you as a mod. So you could drop links for me. I thought I did. I was just checking.
I always watch out. You know me.
Sure, let's make it happen. Yay. Thank you, Lindy. Yay. It would be the Monday after the 7th, whichever that one is. So yeah. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna go to. I need to ask my daughter. I'm wondering if I should just go. I might go to Philadelphia in December. Maybe I should go in early December.
You know what I
Because
would do? I would call ahead. It would be an honorable thing for you to call ahead and say, hey, grandma's going to be coming and I want to know what day would be good for you.
yeah, I usually talk to her like every week. Oh, and by the way, that's my Claire Bear. That's my daughter that was in the army. That has my grandbaby, Lindy. That's my daughter that I sent your video that she watched. I sent her because Lindy was in the army when I was a little baby back in the 60s, and like she had ironed her skirts and stuff, and I thought the video was so cute, and I sent it to my daughter. I was like, boy, aren't you glad, the army isn't like this anymore. But anyway, she was in for 4 years, I think. 4 years. She went to
Which video did you send her?
I sent her one of Lindy's videos.
Huh.
Oh, and then I just sent her the one. Philly's very dangerous. Be careful. She's in like a suburb of Philly, so.
Yeah, they were saying that it's weird, Some towns, they get all these travelers, right? Because you got whole bunch of different attractions in that town, you know? But once you get out of the areas that are designated for the travelers, you're basically in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there was one. Okay. Did you know that some parts of Philadelphia is into, you remember Lewis and Clark Trail?
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah, that
part of
whole
the Lewis and
museum
Clark
in
Trail
St.
branches
Louis.
up through Philadelphia and up through where they got that big arch. And
Philadelphia. I mean, St.
yeah,
Louis. Yeah, that's where they had the
yeah,
big.
it goes right up through that area. And we had a YouTuber that went up is going up through that area right now. And Traveling Robert's going through that area right now.
Oh, I met Traveling Robert
Yeah,
when
he's
I
a
was at
nice guy.
the I
And
met
he's
Traveling
doing the
Robert.
Lewis and Clark Trail, and I was looking at it, and I started planning the where he was going, and I said, "Dude, you better watch yourself." I said because I'm one of these folks I can track because of my my radio history. I can track which way he's going to go by where the because I have the maps. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, I suggest if you're going to go up this way, up this side road, you better be careful because there's a lot of drugs and guns up that way. It's a police map of the
Uh-huh.
city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And what happens is you get the current map by going online. So I went like this, and they were saying that how many shootings they had on this one road that he was getting ready to snake through. And I said, you better go there by this time. And if you're going to make a stop by, where they put in that keel boat, where they actually put in the keel boat, that's
Hmm.
right at the tip of that bad area. I said, so you better get
Oh.
there during the day, early in the morning, or late,
Hmm.
late, right in the afternoon when the sun's up, so then you can easily make that turn and you don't have to worry about, when you're videoing, where you're getting out to video, that you won't have any homeless or troublemakers trying to bother you.
Yeah. There's
He says,
parts of
God,
Denver
where'd you
that's
learn
like,
this? I said, because I got the maps because I'm a public safety officer. And I
yeah,
told him
there's
I would
also,
keep watching, for him. I'm going to be watching out.
do you know that site that says that has all the, I should look up what it is. So my friend Goddess in St. Louis would always look up like if she's going to an Airbnb or when she bought her house in the St. Louis area. I'm sure she looked it up because she bought her house in Belleville, Illinois, and it's not like in St. Louis. And it was cheaper too, I think. But there's this site that you can go to and see the illegal activity and stuff. Um,
It's a museum. It's a police officer's museum.
no, there's a site that tells you what the crime rates are in certain cities. Forget what it's called though. And
There's
so I'm
also a
Googling
crime
right
museum also in Philadelphia now.
now. Oh, okay.
And
Spot
they
crime.
have on their website, they also have another piece of that very map I was talking about, where you could actually plan your routes to their area so you won't go in there at night because they're a harvest host.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it has different stuff on it. It's called Spot Crime.
you
Oh my
got it.
goodness. It says there's been assaults near me. I don't like this thing. I don't like this thing. Now I'm
Told
scared,
you.
John.
Oh, yeah, who's gonna do? Hey, wait a minute! You got three people in you. All you need to do is give them all two bats apiece, and you'll be fine. You'll outnumber those thugs in a matter of minutes.
Hey,
You're
there's
still,
Teddy. Hi, old car junkie. Hi, Teddy.
Uh, don't worry, sis. You're gonna be okay. How's the rab going for you?
How's the what?
How's your vehicle? Your
Oh,
truck?
it's good. My RAV4 Toyota
Yeah, I asked
Hybrid
how the rab was doing.
2020 white. Oh, that reminds me. I want to say another poem for you before I go. We've got an hour already. I don't know. There's so much
It's
to
an hour
say.
and 5 minutes.
The topic. There's so much to say about love, but anyways, and then I'm not an expert by any means, but I feel like Joyce Meyer is an expert. So like when she talks about it, it's a wig actually, Lindy. I was being Southern Red, so Southern Red was not allowed to have her hair short because Southern Red's the one that was married to the narcissist for 27 years. 30 years really, because it took so long to get the divorce, but I was with the narcissist for 30 years and he wouldn't let me have my hair short. And he wouldn't let me. One Halloween, I wanted to be a certain politician that has brown hair, but he wouldn't let me dye it brown either. Yeah, I like the wig, and this is what I do if I want to have long hair. But the short hair is really easy to care for. But so when I'm Cali Red has a short haircut. And when I'm Southern Red has long hair. But at first, I think when I did the Southern Red videos, though, I did some of them without the long hair. I don't know. Maybe I did. I'm not sure. I'll have to look back. But anyways, it's fun, and I thought of this idea, and then about Cali Red likes Switchfoot, and Southern Red likes Need to Breathe because Need to Breathe's from the South, and Switchfoot's in San Diego. And so I decided to have this poll on my community tab. And then I'm like, well, and it's a good time too to remind everybody to go vote. Go vote in the midterms. Not enough people vote at this time, so I'm gonna have to figure out who to vote for. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to figure it out before I do that. So yeah, and what was I going to tell y'all next?
You said something about a poem?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the red poem, that's right. Because I kind of found my RAV4 hybrid in a hurry and I was wanting to leave St. Louis and I had all my stuff that I knew it wasn't that much stuff that I got out of my RV because I had everything I own in my RV because I had downsized when I left Georgia in 2020. And so I had my stuff and I sold my RV on Mother's Day. I sold my RV in May. So in June, and I was wanting to head here. And I was talking to my son and he said he really likes his Highlander. He has a Highlander hybrid Toyota. So I was looking at those and I couldn't find a hybrid one. And so I got my RAV4 hybrid. And I came here on June the 5th. And hey, today marks 2 months in my apartment. And I really love my apartment.
Congratulations.
I'm really thankful for my apartment. I love my apartment. And so, yeah. And I have, my car is white. And it was funny because I realized that it goes along with my poem, because in my poem, and I'm going to look it up because, and again, it's on my website. I'm working on memorizing my poems. So right now I'm working on my YouTube more, and it's doing pretty good. And y'all, I said my next tab was gonna be the Dark Horse for the Dark Horse song, Switchfoot song. I'm gonna put it below the Switchfoot thing. But I'm gonna get a wolf on this side when I get monetized. So you guys help me. Ronald. Thank you, Ronald.
Oh no.
Red for president. Don't laugh so hard, John.
You would make a good president, though. You probably clean up the country.
Yes, I would.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Couldn't help myself.
It was. So I'll tell you a secret. When I was going to dye my hair brown, I was going to be Sarah Palin. My therapist back then told me I look like her. And then I was going to say for the kids and to remind them to vote. And I'm like, that was a historical thing, you know, and I was conservative back. I used to be very conservative. And so really, and then I thought this idea I had to remind people to vote was perfect too, to do it with Cali, because Cali Red is liberal, obviously, and Southern Red is conservative. So, and it's like both of them, they're telling you to vote. So see, it's not.
I got an idea for Halloween night for you. Why don't you use both of them at the same time, back and forth, to let them debate? A Halloween debate.
That'd be hard to do on a live. See, I can do it now that Outdoor Dash, Lisa, has taught me to edit. I can edit them together, you know?
Yeah, but you would need a green screen. We can do it. Don't worry, if you need a green screen painted quick, I can do it. All you need is I'll get the tools for you and ship them as fast as possible.
From Connecticut.
Oh, I'll turn one of your walls into a green screen so quick your head will spin. I'm the one who turned one of my rooms into a theater room one time.
This is an
apartment. And I'm working on that again.
Who owns this place?
No. I'm talking about
paying, I should own this place, but I don't.
Well, you could always take a look on Amazon and see for a green screen.
Yeah, I could do that.
Because they have some that are very cheap right now.
Yeah, I'm going to say my red poem now. Yeah, Amazon's quick. I got my test strips for my blood sugar testing thing. I got them the next day. And I ordered it late last night, too. Late last night, John. And my test strips were on my doorstep today.
Well, what do you want? Bezos is talking about one-day delivery.
Yeah, they were quick.
And if if they don't do one-day delivery, they got to pay you They got to pay you $45.
They're right over here. The Amazon. I saw 4 Amazon, the vans, and they have don't they have the 4? They have the Transits. So no, they have the Rams, don't they? I saw
Rams and Transits.
Whatever they are. I saw 4 Amazon vans the other day. So that they're right over here. Right over here. Okay, let me say my poem for you. I'm losing my spot here. Okay.
I'm gonna mute.
Called Call Me Red. Okay. Call me red. And so the thing about my car being white, and I named her Snow White, is it's like the verse in Isaiah that's in this poem. And I will say the poem for you now. We're always in it. I see it. I face it. I put it on. Scarlet, our vermilion, our bluish red crimson. Old ladies with hats are winsome. Valentine's, Christmas, cars, leaves of fall, team colors. It symbolizes blood and courage. Come now and let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Esau was red, and so was his stew. God didn't choose him, but he chose you. The sea was red, the Israelites went through. I said I didn't love you to my ex, but I lied. I thought you knew. I couldn't have put up with all that crap we went through without his love, which ran red. Your cold-hearted rejection cut like a knife. My blood ran red. So I wanted to hurt you too. Why don't we remember the good times? You always focus on the bad. Never speak life to me. So sad. Left me starving for attention and affection. Does anyone think I'm good or fair? I won't live in regret. We were all meant to be. 5 beautiful children, don't you see? The thought of losing you could leave me so brutally blue. But no, just as Taylor said, loving you was riotously red. So, yeah, that poem came from like me thinking like I was in this divorce group on Facebook, and like these people were saying, oh yeah, I threw out all my wedding pictures and blah, 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 and I was just like, what? And it was like different, like they were with their, ex, whatever, 5 years or 10 years or whatever, and maybe didn't have any kids or something. And I was like, I'm not throwing out my pictures, and I'm like, I have 5 kids with him, so that was meaningful. And, I still care about him, and, I still care about him, and, my kids, I don't know, we're meant to be here. I mean, I feel like I won't should myself. I'm not going to should myself. I could have possibly, it would have been extremely difficult though, because if you knew my ex, you'd understand. I could have tried to leave him earlier, and it might have made my kids adjust better and not really be so angry. I think some of my kids were so angry because they thought, mom and dad were going to stay together forever, and he built this big house too. So that kind of made it difficult we were kind of like in this, paying on this, and he's not finished with it yet still, really. It's not done yet. He's been building this house since 1999. It's ridiculous. Would have, could have, should have. Is that what Judge Judy says? Yeah, I had told my ex, I just gave him more ammunition. I handed him the ammunition because I said, I never loved you. And I was just like mad. And I didn't mean it, because I did, I did love him. And I said it was to get back, like a jab at him. And I said, yes, that's true. Yeah, that poem is kind of, but I'm leaving it there and I'm moving on, Lindy. But that is like a poem of what I was feeling at the time. And I feel like my children came out of that marriage. So, and I could have tried to leave earlier. It would have been very, very difficult though, because he didn't. And I actually had said something to him, because building the house was very stressful. And I had said something to him, and he just begged me not to go. He begged me not to leave him when, we were building the house, and it was just so stressful, and I didn't want to build a house. So, Yeah. But yeah, I'm moving on, and I feel like Crappy Childhood Fairy really has um, great videos, and she has one on, you long for a real love because you're meant to have that, but it's not easy when you have all this baggage and you have this childhood trauma and like abandonment trauma from your childhood. So it's not easy, but you work through those things. And I'm taking the Crappy Childhood Fairy dating course, and you know, she teaches you to imagine like what you want and what your standards are, and not to lower your standards. And she talks about doing this thing, crap fit, which I always used to do. And just since I got so discouraged with dating after my ex, and I'm just like, I don't think there's anybody that, maybe I just shouldn't date at all. Because I'm trying to find someone better, and I'm like, I'm not finding anybody better. Yeah, I know that verse. That's my chapter, Pamela. Thank you, Pamela. And all your children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children. Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning to love myself. Oh, that was a thing. Let me read that thing on yeah, you liked that on my Facebook. Let me read that thing on Facebook, because yeah, that is what I'm working on too. I'm working on loving myself, because like, yeah, I'll make a confession. Like, you guys, when I was mad and went away from God, and then like all my boundaries are down, and then I'm just, you know, not having good boundaries. But I did see that something good that came out of that was that I got angry. I needed to get angry to get out of the abusive situations I kept getting into. And so that's why the anger, letting myself feel and realize, hey, these people are abusing me. I need to get out of here. That part of it was helpful. Okay, here it is. So this is a thing on, I can share the screen and show you. Let me see. Present. Okay. So do you see that? It says, love yourself enough to walk into only the rooms and situations that show care and love for you. Love yourself enough to walk out of the rooms that harm you in any way. Love yourself enough to hold the people who harm you accountable for their words and actions. Love yourself enough to express your wants, your needs, and your desires. Love yourself enough to tell the truth. Love yourself enough to keep yourself safe. Love yourself enough to say enough is enough when enough has become enough. And that's a word to, abuse people. So, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's one of the things I've been working on, Lindy. And so I'm getting there. I'm a work in progress. And I'm excited about my channel growing. And then, like the video I shared today, you guys, I'm just eating clam chowder. And I was like, oh, should I make a video? And I'm just like, oh, no. And then it was so good. I'm like, I'm gonna make a video, and like it's at 500. Like, let me look at what it's at. The video I posted today with the clam chowder. It's at it's at 980. It's at 980 now.
980 views? That's
980.
good.
Yes. Yes. Can you believe it? That's
Take
crazy.
a look at this. This was my dinner of the day.
Yes. I can't watch everybody's videos. Like I just try to pop over there once in a while. John, and just like I can't. I'd like to watch all of your videos and all of Lindy's videos and all of everybody's videos, but I can't. But I try to do what I can. So Lindy says, I've not had a relationship for almost 40 years, and I am content within myself. Actually happy. There's more to life than what people say is normal. That's exactly. That's wisdom right there. And like right now, I'm finally, I've been separated from my husband for since 2014. And like since I just got out of that, and it was funny, like some person said, like, you need to stay. And since I was with my ex so long, and they said something like divide it by, I think it was 3. And I'm like, that's 7 years. Well, guess what? Now it's 2022. We separated, it's been almost that long. But all along, I was, the crappy childhood fairy talks about this thing called limerence. And it's something common with childhood trauma people. And is that, you're attaching to someone, but they're really not available. And like I was crushing on the lead singer of the Newsboys, Michael Tate, for a while, and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's stupid. He's not available. I don't think he's looking for anybody, anyways. But he's my age, and it was just, and it's what the crappy. It's the first time I heard a name for it. Crappy childhood fairies calls it. It's called limerence. And it's what happened with this van channel that, and then that just turned into a big mess. Van Life Rock channel, that Van Life Rock dude. So, but now I am just chilling and not dating, at least until 2023. I got involved. I went back on what I was saying, and I got involved with a guy that helped me deliver my RV. But I mean, he knew I was leaving Denver, and I guess that was the thing with me too. I knew I was leaving Denver, but that really ended up being a mess too, because I bought that my money didn't clear from my RV, from selling my RV. I didn't get the money from my dad yet, so I thought I needed to buy his used vehicle. And so I bought it from him. But then I continued to feel uneasy about the transaction and the van. He got it running, though. He got it running, and I used it for a little bit. But then I just kept on having these, I was praying again. It's New England clam chowder, Pamela. So I kept having these feelings that I shouldn't take the van, Morrow's van. So I decided to go to buy, and I started looking online, and that's when I found my RAV4. And I was really excited that I got approved for a loan, because before I had to pay cash. My credit was messed up from my divorce and all of that. And I had to sell my house to pay off my debt. And then it takes a while for your credit to get back up to par. And so I paid cash for my RV in 2020. Yes, John?
If you like to know, if you were divorced for a certain amount of years, your credit goes back up within the first 6 months.
Well, that's the thing. I got approved for this. I was like, I don't have the money from my dad yet. I don't have the money even from selling my RV yet. I can't get a vehicle, but my credit had gone up enough, um, that I got approved. So I
Hmm.
was excited, and now I can either pay it off since I got the money from my dad, or keep paying on it, but I don't know. I have a financial advisor that's advising me on all these things.
I'm going to suggest you just make the payments because that shows more on your credit report than if you just pay it off.
Yeah.
A friend of mine who is a credit advisor
Hey,
told me this a long time ago.
hi
Hey,
Tim.
Bang!
Tim, I added a video. Where's Lisa? Tell Lisa I'm like, no. I was gonna go off, um, but I don't know. You want to chat some more? Yo, should I end this live, or does anybody want to come up? Anybody else want to come up? Besides, we know John wants to come up always.
Well, I'm always here. I'll back you up if you want to. Remember,
Well,
you were
sometimes you're
one
not
of my
here.
first friends on YouTube.
You
You
don't
and
ever
also
work, do
Thin
you?
Blue Lane. Remember that. You two were my first friends. And I watch out for my first friends. If somebody goes after Thin Blue Lane, they're going to get it. I'm going to
I
pull
don't
out the
want
machine gun and
to.
go after them.
I used to mod for him too.
Yeah.
I used to
And,
be in that crowd, but I'm not anymore. But that's okay.
well, you could still go back there. He was not mad at you, I don't think.
Oh no, no. It's a long story, and no, I'm not going back. I only go forward. I
Okay.
only go forward, John.
Well, if he
Ah,
has
V's
you doing, I'll
here.
just tell him you're doing fine.
V's here. Okay, we're gonna go another half an hour because V's here. Hi.
Victoria!
Is your short for Victoria? This is unspecified. She's unspecified V. You're hungry and sleepy. Oh, did you get home? When did you get home, Tim? Tell us when you got home. This is my wig. I got this first when I was in California. So my sister-in-law Joyce, who passed from the breast cancer, I got my pink on. I mean, pink on my eyeshadow. I don't know if you guys could tell. and and then my earrings are purple for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. But anyways, Joyce would get wigs because when she lost her hair from the chemo, and she fought this cancer for 30 years. She was in like 4 times. My niece actually has, and it's kind of funny because my sister-in-law doesn't like tattoos, didn't have any tattoos, didn't really want her daughter to get tattoos, but Jody's a lot more like me than like her mom. I don't know. But she got 4 hibiscus flowers on her ankle for each of her mom's battles with the breast cancer. So for 30 years. And so she was even ordering more. She was planning a trip to Hawaii. She was planning a trip to Hawaii like a week or so before she passed away. She was planning a trip to Hawaii. She just kept going. We called her the Energizer Bunny, and she was so positive all the time. But so she would get the wigs, and so I ordered this wig when I was there. I think it came after she passed away, though. I put it on. My brother got a little confused. He's like, "You look like Ashley Judd." He met Winona. So when my hair was long, people used to always tell me I look like Winona. And so when I put the wig on, my brother said I look like Ashley Judd, but he meant Winona because Winona is the one with the red hair, and Ashley is a brunette. So, oh, you just got home just now. Okay. He just got home from Lollapalooza, people. We just got home. Good night, Lindy. Good night. The 14th. Write that down. Come on my I'll message you. The 14th must be a Monday because the 7th is a Monday, right? So yeah, me interview Lindy's awesome van adventure on the 14th. Okay. We'll go to the top of the hour. Anybody in the chat, any thoughts on love and how do you show people that you care, and any tips on getting along with people? I think I'm gonna get Joyce Meyer's book.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, Naomi's hair was red. Yeah, often people would just say you look like one of the Judds instead of being specific. But usually they meant Winona. When I talk in my video that I edited today about when I lost weight in 2008, and I think after that, maybe people would say I looked more like Naomi, because Naomi was thinner. But after having my 5 babies, I was about the size I am now, actually. I put on more weight, and because I gained back, mostly I gained it after the divorce and COVID. I gained 15 to the separation and divorce. I gained 15 and then 15 more. And I had already gained back the weight I lost in 2008. So, yeah. So, but I'm working on it because I joined kickboxing. I joined Bright Line Eating. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in that, but I'm trying it out for a month. Okay, Tim has something. Pray for them. Yes, that is something. Yeah, that is something I've been focusing on, Pamela. Yeah, I'll say one more poem since I'm going to the top of the hour, and I'll say the poem. That's my favorite about the storm. You may have heard it before, but and I said it to those ladies at the pool, and that one lady cried. So I thought it was sweet. Okay, so Tim says, give love without expecting anything back. Everything else will come naturally. No expectations and no disappointment. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think if you're married for any length of time, you have to learn to forgive, you know. And Joyce Meyer has a book on that too. It's called "Do Yourself a Favor and Forgive." But like I was saying, like it was mostly bad. Of course, it was bad. Getting angry with God, but it made me have that anger to not accept the abuse anymore and get away. I kind of had to detach, they say, you know. And I noticed, though, too, in my reactions, that now I have a problem with letting go of the anger and forgiving. So I'm constantly praying about that. And I'm constantly praying blessings on, as the Bible says, to pray for your enemies. And anybody who has something against me or doesn't like me or maybe did videos about me in the past, I pray blessings on them because I realize, I have this anger, and that's why I didn't always respond very well. Whereas in the past, when I was with God, I came back to God in September 2021. But since then, I feel like I've had a harder time than I did before that in letting go of the anger. If that makes sense. Because I was backsliding, and I was going like I didn't realize it, but I was going down going down the drain and I was getting. And I told my daughter this because my youngest daughter contacted me, not the one that has the baby. My two youngest, 4 and 5, and that's what I think I did, you guys, when I was detaching, and most of them were mad at me. I put them in my phone as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, not with their names. I was like, fine, I'm just, I just was the nanny that raised you. Fine, you're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I know it sounds awful, but it was the thing I went through. But it's 4 and 5.
What you did was you basically prioritized. When people get into stuff, they prioritize stuff. You went from pulling apart. I remember when I caught Mary Ann in the first time cheating, okay, with my pastor.
Oh my goodness.
It's horrible.
That is horrible.
And if it wasn't for my pastor pulling me out of there, I could have done something crazy.
This one.
Now those are beautiful children, right there.
This is 1. This is 2. Ian's 3. That's the one that lives by me now. And then the one with my grandbaby that got married here in 2016 is 4. Aww. This is 5. My Lydia, my baby. So
usually the 5th one is usually the youngest. Am I right?
Mike? Huh?
The one who's the number 5, isn't she the youngest?
Yes. Yes, number 5 is the youngest. All the same dad.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. I have a couple buddies of mine who I have a couple church sisters of mine. They have one with 5 different men.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's what people often ask me. They'll be like, all the same dad? And I'll be like, yeah. Yeah. I was busy, so raising them, and I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think too. That would be because my dad cheated on my mom. That would be, and that's something that's in the Bible. Like you divorce, and that's the exception is sexual immorality.
Cheating is the only thing that allows you out of marriage is cheating.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. So that would be what do you call it? Deal breaker for me. Deal breaker for me. And I have a whole list, and so, but I'm not going to tell everybody what's on my list. But anyways, I'm very particular now. I'm very particular. So
you're very picky.
Yeah, Crappy Childhood Fairy says, to be specific, and then if you find somebody you're seeing, she's like, just don't rush it. Just think of it as you're getting to know someone. Don't jump in the sack really fast. That really messes everything up. So yeah. Check out the Crappy Childhood Fairy. I keep saying that. I sound like a broken record, but anyways, it's good. It's a good channel. Good night. Tim's got to get some sleep. We got 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds
You're correct. Don't jump. Don't rush into anything, because if you rush right into it, might be just another train wreck.
Yeah, right. I'm not. I'm gonna listen to Anna, who is the crappy childhood fairy, and she gives good advice. Yeah, and it just the thing with the guy with the van in St. Louis was I had dated him before, and it was funny because I said that's gonna be the last guy um, I find the right one, right? And it was funny. So he messaged me again, and I needed his help with delivering my RV. And but I should not have done that. Anyways, sorry, Mario. But anyways, and he knew I was, he knew I was moving here too. So, but yeah, no one that's too young for me. So, but anyways, yeah, I think it's John's mic. He had trouble with it before. You think your mic's making a noise? Mute for a second, John. Yeah, see, it stopped. Yeah, it stopped. Yeah, that's what you're hearing. I think maybe his phone is getting too hot.
Oh, I got a fan on behind it. Maybe that's the problem because I got the fan on behind. Is that what you're hearing? Got a cooling
Okay,
fan behind.
wait, no, I heard it again. It's like a little muffled sound.
It's a little
Hmm.
USB fan I put behind the phone now to keep it cool.
Yeah,
That's it. That's what you're hearing. I remember how you used to get really warm when I put it straight up like this. I also got a stand for it too, a proper stand. Yeah, because remember I used to have that 3-leg device, and it would get hot from being in it. So I bought a smaller one and I put a USB fan behind it. Another little secret: if you want to keep your phones cool, get yourself a USB fan with a USB hub.
Guess what, you guys? Now, need to breathe is winning. 60% need to breathe, 40% switch foot. Go vote if you haven't. Southern Red says vote for Need to Breathe, and Cali Red wants you to vote for Switchfoot and vote for real on November 8th. So, and go watch my video. Wait, let me drop the link. Let me drop the link to my edited video. I'm so excited. I edited a video. Thank you to Lisa of Outdoor Dash Travel. But I have my purple on. We could watch it. That's what we have the last 20. Well, I'm going to say my storm poem. I'm going to say my storm poem again. Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying. V always says you can't complain if you don't vote.
That's true. If you don't vote, you can't complain.
Or you shouldn't complain.
Well, actually, because your vote is a complaint.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in a way.
And if you don't vote, then you can't complain. Hey, I know who I voted for in the last election, and he didn't get in.
Pam wants to complain. Okay.
They do things bigger in Texas, so actually, Actually, there you can walk around with a pistol on your side, and they won't say anything. Yes, you're allowed to walk around with a rifle in it on a sling on your arm, and they won't say anything.
Yep, November 8th. That's right, Ronald. Yeah, I just thought of the thing. I I think, you know, these great ideas are coming from someone else. I'm not this clever. But anyway, I thought it was a good idea. I decided, those are my two bands I love. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Callie Red would like Switchfoot because, she's from California and she loves the ocean and she loves Switchfoot. And then Southern Red would like Me to Breathe because they're from South Carolina and they're the Southern boys. And then I was like, and it's almost time to vote. I can remind people to vote. Cali Red is the liberal one, and Southern Red is the conservative one. So, we're just saying
red
vote.
And blue. You got red and blue.
Yeah, we're not telling you who to vote. That was one of the first videos I made with Southern Red. Was like, y'all get so upset about Georgia going blue. Y'all just need to have some sweet tea and some banana pudding. That was one of my first videos with Southern Red.
That's what they eat down there a lot. Is sweet tea and banana pudding. So it's and they are a blue state. They are a blue relaxed state. Your gun permits are you just walk.
No, they were red. They were red and they went blue. They went blue. And that's what Southern Red was talking about. Y'all just need to chill out. No, I don't remember what exactly she said. They went blue, they're usually red. Georgia's usually red, John. Trust me. Red nose. He's a time trouble.
You got 8 minutes, sis.
Okay, 8 minutes.
We're at T-minus 8 seconds. 8 minutes.
Thank you for that. And I'll say my storm poem in a minute. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I really don't want to talk politics, Pamela. But yeah, my brother's a cop in LA. He's LAPD, and he's very conservative. He doesn't really like California anymore. I think he should go to Florida, but he hated Florida because my parents moved us from California to Boca Raton, Florida in 1979. My brother was 15, I was 12, and he was very angry. And you know what? He's still angry. I feel like it. But he hated Florida, and but he likes their politics much better now, and he hates California's politics. But I am not so conservative anymore, like Southern. As you can see, I'm not in the South anymore. I escaped from Georgia in the middle of the pandemic. Sold all my belongings, downsized, sold my house, and bought an RV. And traveled around for a year, and I sold it. Now I might get so I'm gonna get a trailer, or either I might rent something and go to Portside in January, John.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, there are
I'm still working on getting my own Class C.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm looking for a 28A.
Okay, we're almost done, so I'm going to say my poem called The Storm. You say that no one cares for you? Well, that's not true, because I do, and God does too. Oh, that I could fix your problem. I'd mend you up. You'd no longer be stuck in that addiction or depression, the trials that come in rapid succession. But what can I do? I cannot fix you. I can't make you believe or even relieve that deep ache in your heart. Just where do I start? Don't do nothing, she yelled at me. So what should I do? Scream and shout and run about? Perhaps sit and pout? No, I'll fight a war upon my knees. In quietness and confidence shall be my strength. He keeps my prayers and my tears. Perhaps the overflow makes the rain to water all the pain upon the earth. I'll thank him for this thorn. I'll praise him even when I mourn, 'cause he carries me through the storm. He walks to me on the tempest sea. The rain brings life back to my dying tree. And one day through the clouds I'll see the rainbow. So yeah, Linda, you're late. Linda, you're late. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, so when I said that for my new friends at the pool last week, Chris cried. And then Karina said, she's like, I know I didn't cry, but that poem. And it was so sweet. And I gave them a copy of my book. And I gave Chris one for her mom too. And then I was gonna say on the phone because Chris got her mom on the phone while we were in the pool. And I said, do you want to hear a poem? And I was gonna say my album poem. She's like, no, say that one you said. Say that one you said for us. Say that one you just said for us. I'm like, okay. And so it was really encouraging to meet them. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm working on finding a publisher. I want to find a publisher, a publishing agent, and a publisher for What Elephant and my book of Red poems. And so, like I always say, Red will pray for you, pray for this country, and go vote. Okay? So, bye, everyone. Love you. Thanks, John. Good night. Wait, I got to end the broadcast. Bye.